my friends. Just have a quick bite. Excuse me eating in front of you, but I didn't have time for anything. Yeah, with my coffee. Yeah. Different setup, and I'm totally confused. Sorry, guys. Busy, very busy week. So I changed or swapped my life from yesterday to today, hoping it'll be a little more relaxed, and I found out that it just wasn't. But everything's okay. I've just been very busy, had some customer work to do, that board over there and another table and stuff like that, and quite a few things going on. But didn't have time to eat or anything, so excuse me. I'm just going to have like the last bit of my muffin, and I'm in my normal working clothes. I just had my German life, and I had them to remind me all the time not to wipe my fingers on my trousers. It worked pretty well till now. Hallo, liebe Ute. It worked pretty well till now. Let's see. But also, I wanted to prepare that thing beforehand, which I didn't have time to do. But, excuse me, I just got to, oops, sorry. I'm going to bring it back. Just got to get my paint here to get going. There we are. Okay. So the plan. I wasn't sure what to do on the outside. And we've just done in the German life. We've done it on the other side. So this one is going to be, of course, we're going to use colors. I've brought Fury, and I've brought Prickly Pear. And I've brought salt water. And I'm going to use those to make a blend. A blend with the silk colors. Yes, you can do it. You're just not supposed to use any water to basically change the how do you call that? Hi, Diane. How do you call that? The ingredients. Sorry, guys. After all, I'm German. Jill, how do you say the that you're not supposed to use water because you will change the, I always say the benefits of those paints, but actually there's like the ingredients. And if you add water, you may change the, what's it called? Somebody help me, please. I'm sometimes stuck. Hello, Kerstin. So, okay. Prickly Pear and Fury, those are the colors we are using, and a dash of salt water. I've brought my Bastang brush. You can see I've used it already on the other side to basically do the blending. And let's go from there. I'm just going to pour that in my jar here. Use the paint out of the lid first. Also, here for now before I drop it. Do the same with the Prickly Pear. The mixture, yes, the mixture. Yeah, but I think there is a more proper, I don't know. It's probably gonna come back to me eventually, maybe one day, not today. It's not important anyway. You know what I mean. That's the main thing, don't you? You know what I mean. So, okay. I brought from Dixie Belle the Scarlet this time. Just like to apply, I'm going to apply the paint randomly and go from there. Actually, what I'm going to do on this side, I'm going to tape it now because I didn't do that on the other side, so I have to do some fixes there. But let's go here. Glass help. And I've sanded aside a little bit. You can see that basically because I don't know, that was pretty slippery. So I just sanded it down a little. The silk paints, they are mineral paints. They have no chalk bases or anything. They're just based on minerals. And that's going to make my life a little easier. Just a little. Just use a painter's tape on that. So, and one of the biggest benefits of the silk paints is that they have a built-in stain blocker. So when you use those, you don't need Boss. Compound, that's it. Thank you, Kerstin. Thank you, Kerstin. Excuse me. So, that's the reason you shouldn't use any water. And, you know, with blending, you usually use water. And so therefore, it's a little different here. And also with blending, you usually reactivate basically the base, the first base of the paints, which isn't possible with the silk paints. Even if you would use water, you can't reactivate them like you can with the chalk mineral paint. So that's the biggest difference. So I'm working completely without water. So I'm just loading my Scarlet brush, and this is the first coat now, guys. So it's not going to be like complete coverage, obviously, but so I'm using it a little more generous than I did in the German life. I was because I wanted to try that first because I wasn't sure how this is going to work out, which I didn't have time for. So this was basically German life was the premiere of that. So even so, we're going to need 2 or 3 coats. Let's see. And this is the base coat, so I'm just laying it down. So the silks, they have like a little longer open time to work with the paints than the chalk mineral paints. They don't dry as quick. They need about 1 to 2 hours depending on room temperature and humidity. Facebook, if you don't see what I'm doing on the bottom here, apologies, but it's basically the same. I'm just done on the top. I'm just laying out my Fury, which is going to come into the prickly pear, and then with a dash of, a tiny dash of salt water. So on reds, they don't cover as good as other colors. It's like the reds and the blues, they're always a little more difficult. I'm using the same brush. I'm not swapping brushes. I'm using the same brush now for the... Hi, Nina, you're back again. We're doing the same thing now in English. So, oh, hi, Michelle. How are you? Long time no see. I'm happy you're there. Hope you're okay, girl. So, you can see here. Look how beautiful those colors are together. This is Fury and Prickly Pear. So this is gonna come in the middle here. As I said, I didn't swap brushes. This is the same brush I just used for the Fury. As this is going to be a cloudy blend. I brought my Best-Stain brush to do that. So, just laying that out quickly. No particular pattern or plan. This is just going to go up and down. So now I'm going to put some of the Prickly Pear into the Fury at the top and the bottom. And I'm going to put some of the Fury into the Prickly Pear. A little more. And then I'm going to come in and get a little dash of salt water. You probably think she's out of her mind. Hi, Annika. So, finish. Now. Okay, you can see I've used that before. This is the Best-Stain brush by Dixie Belle. Usually with blending, I would dampen it because it makes your life easier. But as I don't want to use any water with the silk colors, I'm going to leave it dry. So this already picked up the color from the other side because we've done the other side. So there we go. Okay, swirly motions. No pressure onto the paint like with usual blending. You know, you don't, you know, push your brush into it. You just like work the paint gently. You just go like in tiny swirly motions, and let's see what it does. Don't forget, guys, this is the first coat, so this is not going to be perfect. This is our first coat we're working in. So there's definitely going to be a second coat, maybe even a third coat. I'll see when I have that finished. So let's talk a little bit more about the benefits from the silk paints. So the silk paints, they are UV resistant, so they are great paints for outside also because they are UV resistant, they are mildew resistant, grease resistant, water resistant. They have a built-in stain blocker, and they have a built-in top coat. So I'm not cleaning my brush in between. I'm just gonna go from top to bottom in swirly motions. Yes. Guys, already said it in a German live. Please remind me to not wipe my hands on my trousers. I'm still wearing my work outfit. I'm not wearing my paint outfit. So I didn't have time to change clothes. So they are self-leveling. They dry within 1 to 2 hours. And they cure within 20 to 30 days. And this works amazing with the Best-Stain brush. So if you haven't done your sports, start blending with the Best-Stain brush and with those paints. So this is a great shoulder workout. Guys, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Annika, your parcel arrived today. And just let me know if you need anything else I can ship, or if I shall ship it like it is. So. sorry, Facebook, if you can't see me down here, I'm just doing the same basically at the bottom because I'm moving the paints into each other. I want to have like this cloudy look. I don't want to have like the perfect blended look. That's basically what you use the Bestane brush for if you want to have like a cloudy finish, because it works great with that brush. So bringing that a little up here, blend it in a little better and nicer. But even so, this is the first coat. I know I keep repeating myself, but if somebody is just like jumping in here, the first coat for me is basically checking if I like it, how it is. So at least I've done this on the other side, so I know I did like it. That's the reason I'm doing it here. But this is giving it a pretty much amazing effect, I think. This is very prickly pear and a dash of salt water. So, this down here, this is a vinyl flooring actually. This is a vinyl flooring. So, don't know. Hang on. This is a vinyl flooring. It's from Bayer. This Bayer floor. So. I also am a retailer for them, but I didn't have time to. I didn't have time to add those to the shop yet. I will in the future. So they have lovely stuff. They come in all different sizes, those carpets. So they are amazing. So you can go with the Bestane brush. You can go, in all directions. If you want to blend it different, that all works, So this is a great blending brush. But the main thing is always when you work with, when you're blending, hardly touch the surface, very gentle, not pulling the paint off. So, and usually, you would use a little water. So this is dry now, so I'm stopping now because otherwise I'll just make it worse. Oh, thank you, Nina. Yes, Annika, I am. I call it butterfly kisses. Butterfly kisses when you used your eyelashes to give a kiss to somebody, like just like twinkling and stroking their cheek or something like that. Butterfly kisses. That's basically how I do the blending. Hardly touching the surface, no pressure, and the paint basically automatically moves into each other. And guys, this is the silk paint. Everybody says, oh, you can't blend silk paint. Of course you can. It's different. It is different because you're not using water and you can't reactivate the paint, but you can, as you can see. So I'm going to clean the brush now a little. Even this combination, this is a beautiful color. This is just giving me another idea now. That's a beautiful color. So I'm going to dry that quickly. And how many businesses I am a retailer for? Okay, Michelle, let's think. I've got Bayer flooring. So if you check on their website and you want something from that, I can get you that. I'm Dixie Belle, obviously. I'm Miss Lillian's. I'm Daydream Apothecary. I am IOD. I am, Iron Orchid Designs. I am Grace on Design, also distributor. I'm Woody Band and Posh Chalk. Did I forget something? So there's quite a few. There's quite a few. Flutter your eyelashes. Thank you, Nina. Thank you, Nina. That's it. Yeah. That's basically what you do. I think this is a beautiful color combination. And somebody said in the German life, oh, I would have thought that those colors go as well together. I think I love mixing reds and pinks, and I would even go with an orange in there. So, Michelle, I'm actually quite, I don't know if you watched last week's live, because I've mentioned so many times, if you just watch it, or, it's only paint, because the Fury, I had my fingers all covered in Fury, and I thought, if Michelle is, coming into the live now, she's going to panic, because she's going to think I've just done something stupid again. I mean, I do stupid things, but I was so worried. So, guys, what have you planned for the weekend? Have you any plans? It's Friday evening. It's unusual for me to be on Friday evenings, but I feel that thank you, Nina. But I still need your help, guys. Still don't know. I don't want to leave it like, because it's pretty. I'm not sure if I'm going to do like a stencil over it, or if I'm going to do some fading stripes, or I'm just not sure. I'm just not sure what to do. Chop my arm off. Yeah, that's what it looked like. Exactly. So I'm going to try that quickly. We're going to do the second coat together. Will you? All right. Stay with me. Stay with me. So obviously, when you paint, just let the paints, dry on their own, because otherwise you're compromising also, their self-leveling benefits and stuff like that. This is my own piece, my own project, so I'm doing it. Oh, I just love this color. Sorry, this is a big surface, so this is taking a little longer. Apologies for boring you guys. But quite happy for the first coat. What do you think? Moroccan stencil. Mm-hmm. Send it back. Good idea. Moroccan stencil with the oasis we use on the front. It's a good idea, Michelle. I think I quite like that. Oh, yes, Cassie, you're a lover of stenciling. So, Cassie is the lace lover. So, I'm just going to pour a little more of the Fury. So, this is just such an amazing red. So rich, so... I'm very messy today. Guys, please keep reminding me with my trousers. I forgot to use the paint out. Will it? I do that with the oasis. That's a good idea. It's a very good idea. So I'm now using the paint out of the lid because I don't want to use that. I'm starting with the Fury again. Oh, that was a bad idea. The paint is dried in the lid, so I'm not doing that. Not doing that. Well, I can't talk about it. There's my... Here is my... So, as I had the lid laying open the whole time, obviously the paint is dried in there already, which is... Michelle, you know what I mean when my fingers look like that? It's paint. It is paint. And I've just got to clean the floor like my friends. Somebody walks in here, they're going to think I stabbed somebody. It's like paint drops. Red drops on the floor. As the police is just around the corner here anyway. They keep driving past here. They're probably going to take me in straight away. So, there's Tina. So, okay. Same thing. Start with the Fury. Second go without lumps. I'm not using the paint of the dried lid now. And this is my Scarlet brush I'm using here by Dixie Belle. So I'm being a little more generous with the paint now as a second coat, and I really want to get some coverage. The silk you can use a little richer anyway. Oops, to get the coverage. So, as I said, they have a little longer open time for drying. Come up from the bottom, also with the Fury. Covered. Sorry guys, I'll be up in a second. You just can't see like the bits I'm doing here now. But go. Fury. And using the same brush as I'm going to blend those into each other anyway. Tina. Who is Tina? Tina is a helping hand, I found. So she comes in once or twice a week to help me out. And she prepares sometimes the furniture for me, and she does some paperwork for me and filling up the shelves and stuff like that. So, and she usually works at the kindergarten, and is a great help. I'm very happy I've found her. So, or she basically found me. Let's see that way. I had like a sign in my shop window that I'm looking for somebody, and she went for a walk with her dog. And she says she normally doesn't walk around here, but this time she did, and she's seen my sign and just dropped in. So, which is good. So, some Into the Fury. Prickly pear Into the Fury at the bottom also. And then some Fury into the prickly pear. And then we also need some salt water. So salt water, just whenever you work with whites, you know, even if you want to brighten up your color or something like that, whenever you work with whites or with black to tone down or tone up your paint colors, or in here, always use just a tiny little bit, because it is so powerful. This is the lid. This is now from basically all 4 coats. I've just hardly used anything, and I'm just like dabbing my brush gently in here. Let's see. That's what I've got on my brush. And I see when I put it down here if it's enough. If I think I need a little more, I'll just do the same thing. Just tiny little bit on there. So then you can see, when I start coming in with my Best Dang brush, how that it's still painted there. Yeah, there it is. I'm just taking off a little of the paint, which is still on there. So, same thing like we've done before. Gentle swirly motions. Get the paint, move into each other. And I don't want to have a regular pattern also, so this is the reason I'm going all over the place. I want to have a cloudy look. I don't want to have the usual whatever ombre look you're going for. This is supposed to be cloudy, different looking in some areas. Bristle. Also, I couldn't find my Best Dang brush. I don't know where it went. So this is a new one. I didn't clean it. Whenever you open a new brush, you should clean it first to make sure that eventual loose bristles or something like that loose bristles are washed out. So this basically I've just opened early on. My arm is getting tired, guys. Not so much. I'm going to use my right hand now. This might look different now, because your hands have like different strengths. So this is also, I would recommend when you do your blending and you have like 2 sides which are supposed to look the same. I would always recommend do that on the same day. because I don't know with you, but I've noticed with myself, I'm I'm not I'm not as light-handed, you know, every time I do something. I might have a different hand the next time I'm gonna come to it. So this is something I would recommend. So, but well, anyway, I'm not such a genius. I can't do that. So this is why when I do blending and I have like two sides like this is Amor. I'm doing it basically a bit lighter up here. Still easier with my. I'm right and left-handed, guys. So I'll have days where I like or where I prefer working with my right hand, and other days where I prefer working with my left hand. And today is my left-handed day. So get that down into the Fury. I'm going to bring some of the Fury up in a minute also, just to get it a little more reddish up here. Just ever so gentle, you know, those fluttering, how did Jill call that, fluttering? I've got to read that again. Forgotten again. So work in the paint gentle, not pushing too hard. So this permanent swirly motion is, and this brush has some weight, you know, it's not, it's got thick bristles. The bristles are, by the way, they are 50-50. They're 50 synthetic and 50 natural bristles. So, slowly getting there. Bring some of the red up here. A little darker. What do you think so far, guys? What do you think so far? So this is getting me the cloudy look. I think I want to have a little more Fury in here. So it's there. So this is blending without any water, guys. You can do that. There's a lot of paint in that brush now. I'm going to offload that on here now. You can see that. As I said, you can go in swirly motions, you can go in dabby motions, you can go horizontal and vertical, however you like to do that. So I think that's fine now. Everything else will be too much. You sometimes have to know when to stop. I do always have a problem with that. I'll let that dry now like this, and I'm just dabbing it on top here. Get a little more coverage on the edges here. I should check with a different light. I'll let that dry now, and if I need to do another coat, which I don't think I will. That looks pretty good to me. So guys, I'm going to check for some questions. I hope you like it. Can you see what I've done there? So this is about to be cloudy. This is not, I don't want to have like the usual ombre effect. This is like clouds. And I can see one of our retailers. So I can see her. This is the silk colors, and you can blend them, just not with water. Yes, that, Michelle, that's good. So that's what I wanted to achieve. I'm happy it does look like that. Bonsoir, Michelle, ça va? How's the weather in France? Oh, Michelle, actually, I started on Sunday. I mean, I do have Sundays off now, as I'm not at the old shop anymore and not working for the golf club anymore. So I have Sundays off. And hallo, liebe Andrea, unsere Händlerin aus München. Dixibel Gucci Band, herzlich willkommen. Dankeschön. Yeah, where was I? She's thrown me. Yes, I started my own kitchen buffet. Well, it's an old kitchen buffet which is in my living room. So this is basically what I started. I started cleaning it on Sunday, and I probably will do some lives from home. So you can see Pussy Galore and Kiara there also. Okay, my friends, what's the time? 10 to 8. I think that's it for today. I'm going to let that dry, and I will think about that stencil, Michelle. That's a very good idea. That's a very good idea. The Moroccan, that might look very nice on here. So, guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight. For those who don't know me, my name is Angela. I'm the owner of Creative Energy from Elfen und Helden. I don't think I've even said it at the beginning. I was so hungry. I was just like, having my muffin like. So I'm a DIY retailer over here in Frankfurt in Germany, also distributor for Dixibel and Woody Band for Germany and for Grace on Design for Europe. We're happy to help you out if you need any help. And yeah, I'm wishing you a lovely weekend, guys. If you haven't done it yet, please follow my page, Master of Disaster. This was like a complete unprepared live tonight. Actually, I'm really good. I'm not covered in paint, but yeah, so I'm not finished. I have to clean now. So thank you so much for being with me tonight. Yeah, Michelle, I know. You take care. Have a lovely weekend. Stay safe, and I see you next week. You can let me know if Thursdays or Fridays are better for you for the lives, because I'm not sure when I can reach you better. I usually do my lives on Thursdays, so just let me know. Just put it down in the comments. That'll be great. Ta-da, guys. Take care. Bye. Bye, Instagram. See you next week, Tina. Bye-bye.